Now this next tool group is a place where you're going to spend probably, I'm guessing, about 50% of your time, especially if you do portraits, but it also comes in handy when doing landscapes and other kinds of photography. I'm talking about the Spot Healing Brush tool, and that's located right here. And you'll notice the drop-down list that carries, 5 different tools under the heading of Spot Healing Brush. Each one of these is very, very good. You'll use them a lot. So we're going to take a little bit of time over here and divide this lesson up into 4 movies so that you can be sure you understand exactly how these work. Let's start with the Spot Healing Brush tool, which is the simpler of all of them. And what you do is you simply place the circle just slightly larger than the spot you want to get rid of, and you want to adjust your hardness to 100%. That seems to work a lot better, and it doesn't grab from other areas as readily as a feathered blend. So let's leave the hardness at 100%. We've already sized the image right here, and really it's just as simple as this. You just click on it and it goes away. Now there's a little bit of residual there, and we'll go ahead and click that again to get rid of that, but that's a very, very good result, and I think you'll be happy with it most any time you use it. Now in terms of the options bar for the Spot Healing Brush, just take my word for it, leave it at content aware. You don't want to check the sample all layers, because there's a scenario under which you would want to treat the top layer and then blend it with the bottom layer, which has not been treated, so obviously you don't want to sample all layers. Just leave that unchecked. Create texture, definitely don't want to do that in portrait photography. Proximity match is one thing you might want to consider, but my experience with these choices are that the proximity match has a tendency to be a little too literal in the interpretation of the textures that surround the area you want to improve. Content aware has a tendency to be a little more interpretive and works just a lot better, so leave it at content aware, and I think you'll be happy with 90% of the time that you use this brush. And of course, if it doesn't work, then just choose some of these other options and you'll find the one that works best for you for that particular photograph. As far as mode is concerned, go ahead and just leave it at normal. Also, that will work about 90% of the time. Now, one strange setting here that I recommend that you stay with is hardness at 100%. It seems to work a lot better. My experience has kind of shown me that this works a lot better when you have a very hard edge on this tool. If you have a feathered or blended edge, it tends to reach from areas like right here. You might find an artifact from this area or possibly this area, corner of the mouth. But if you use a hard edge, you'll reduce the amount of bleed over considerably. Now, the next one on the list is called the Healing Brush tool, and it works kind of like the Spot Healing Brush tool, but more like the Clone Stamp tool located right here. So let's go back, take a look at the Healing Brush tool, and rather than just place the cursor over, we're going to sample from one area and deliver to another area. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll hold down the Alt key or the Option key on the Mac, click to sample, then we release and simply position the cursor over the area we want to improve, click on it, and presto changeo, it does work very, very well. And it's as simple as that. And of course, you vary the size of your brush according to the size of the area you want to work on. That goes without saying. Now, your source should be sampled, not the pattern, because sampled also makes adjustments for luminosity. Pattern just does obviously the pattern, and you'll have to struggle with luminosity between one area and another. So just leave it on sampled. Again, the mode is hard, and obviously you want to do pretty much a hardness of 100%. You want a hard edge on the tool, and of course you only want to sample the current layer. So there you have it, the Spot Healing Brush tool and the Healing Brush tool. Very, very similar, but both do an excellent job depending on the specific requirements of your image.